Welcome to the SF Files. This is your host, Bogus Bird, and today is October 31st. Happy Halloween. I hope everybody's out there being safe, enjoying themselves, having a great time. And in the spirit of Halloween, I'm going to tell a few stories, firsthand experience, what Halloween was for me, how it used to be. It's not so much, well, you'll see. What I'm about to tell you, it's not like that anymore. Right now, it's all about the kids, making sure that they go out, they have fun, they do the trick or treat. I want them to experience like when I was a kid. I want them to experience it. I want them to have fun. I want them to enjoy themselves. But that being said, I was once young. These grays here, they tell a story. Okay, they tell multiple stories. All right, and without further ado, let's jump right into it. So, the first story that I want to tell you, I have a friend who loves Halloween. She absolutely loves Halloween. What girl doesn't love Halloween, right? That's like Christmas to a lot of girls, right? Halloween. So my friend Michelle, I'm just going to say first names, no last names, just to, protect identity and whatnot, because some of these stories are kind of raunchy, right? So I'm just going to keep it to a first name basis. My friend Michelle, she wanted to do like a Halloween horror night. Just wanted to binge some movies. And we went to her place, her apartment, and we rode together. We went to Specs and we picked out some beverages. She decided to pick up, for some reason, moonshine. Moonshine with like a little bit of honey in it. And I'm not the biggest fan of honey. I really don't like honey. It's never been my thing. Okay. And she was like, "It's good. It's good. You got to try it. You got to." So I was like, "Okay, I'll try it. It's alcohol. I've never had moonshine. I've heard stories about how it's really strong. It's very potent. And, I wanted to try it." So she buys the moonshine and, I get, it was me and my date. So I got some wine coolers for her. And, just in case Michelle gets tired of that moonshine, there's some wine coolers there. And I also picked up like a bottle of whiskey and some Coke, and I was good. We're good. We're set to have a good night. So we go back to her place, and her boyfriend, he's not there. Her boyfriend's not there. Her boyfriend was at a band practice. That's what he was doing. He was plays in a band, and they were at practice. He's out, and we're just hanging out. So we start watching these movies. We start watching. I don't remember what we watched. We'll watch the first movie and we're casually having our drinks. We're casually having the Jack and Coke. We're having some wine coolers. And she decides to bring out the whiskey. And I smell it and it's like, oh, fuck, that's very, very strong. That's strong stuff. And she was like, well, it is kind of strong. She wants to sip on Jack and Coke too. It's like, all right, how about we do shots of the moonshine? I'm like, okay, I can do shots of moonshine. Like, I don't want a glass full of moonshine because A, it's got honey in it. B, I didn't want to get fucked up, but I wanted to drink some, right? So she said shots, and I'm like, all right, I guess I'll do shots. And if you recall, I don't like shots either, but I didn't want to get too fucked up. So I agreed to shots. And we did a shot, and it actually tasted very good. It wasn't overpowering. It wasn't too strong. It was the perfect mixture. It was very, very good. But I still didn't want to get fucked up. So our first movie finished and we decided, hey, you know what? Let's have some fun. Let's watch a zombie movie next and we'll make it interesting. Whenever a zombie bites somebody, a victim, a person, we'll take a shot of the moonshine. And then we thought, well, it's a zombie movie. There probably won't be a lot of bites in the beginning of the movie, but probably a lot towards the end. So we didn't want to wait an hour and a half for it to kick in and then shot, 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 shot. We didn't want to do that. So I think we threw in one more, like just for kicks, like whenever somebody dies, we got to take a shot of the moonshine. So those are the terms we agreed to. And we began our horror movie. I believe it was Dawn of the Dead, the one in the mall. And for those of you who are familiar with this movie, we chose a bad movie to do shots or bites because I did not realize how many there are going to be in the beginning of this movie and in the middle and at the end. They just kept coming. I didn't recall. So so we start the movie and it takes a minute to get started and then boom, there's a bite. It's like, oh, we gotta take a shot. We take a shot. And then, we wait. Somebody gets bit, gotta take another shot. Somebody dies, take a shot. Somebody died, somebody got bit, another person got bit, shot, 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 shot. It's like, fuck, fuck. We're drinking a lot of this moonshine early on in the movie. I was like, holy shit, do you want to stop the whenever somebody dies? And because we were putting it down, we're putting them away. And Michelle, brave girl, she was like, let's just keep going. It's fine. We're like, okay, it'll be all right then. So, needless to say, we get to the middle of the movie and I lost count at this point, how many shots we have taken of this moonshine. I know I was feeling it. My date was feeling it. Michelle was feeling it. She was fucked up. Okay. Before the movie ends, maybe 30 minutes before the movie ended, she decided that she's got to go to the restroom, right? She gets up, she walks out. Me and my date, we're in the living room, we're watching the movie. And then her boyfriend gets home. He's like, hey, what's going on, guys? Like, hey, what's up? And he sits down and he's watching the movie with us. He's having a drink. And then he's like, eventually, 10, 15 minutes later, hey, where's Michelle? I'm like, oh, she went to the restroom. Okay, cool, cool. Wait another 10 minutes. It's like, hey, I'm going to go check on Michelle because she is taking the fattest shit. And so it's like, wow, I didn't want to say anything, but, at that point, that's the general idea that I had. But, she's a lady. I'm a gentleman. I'm not going to say anything. But this dude is like, oh, yeah, she's taking the fattest shit. So he goes into the bedroom and like 5 minutes later, he comes out and he's like, yeah, she's knocked out. She's passed out on the bed. What? We drank her under the table. She knocked out. I guess she went to the restroom and she decided to lay down in bed, pull the covers on, night, night. It was done. It was over with. She had fallen asleep and she left us out in the living room. She didn't even say anything. It was, it's hilarious now, but back then it was like, is she okay? Is she good? It's like, yeah, she's just really drunk. She's knocked out, bro. It's like, all right, cool. And so, we finished the movie. We finished the movie and, our friend there, the boyfriend, he took over. He had some shots with us and, we were pretty wasted. Yeah. And ever since then, every time I hang out with her and we have drinks, it's like, don't you get white girl wasted, So, and she knows what that means. And, now you do too. But, yeah, that was a night. That was definitely a night it was fun. It's a good memory, Halloween stuff. And don't worry, she was okay. Everything was good. She just had a nasty ass hangover the next day, but all good. Another story that I got is actually at the Renaissance Fair. And for those of you who are not in Texas, that is an event where they celebrate like the Renaissance era and, where the people dress up like knights and the ladies are dressed up in those luxurious, gorgeous dresses and that sort of thing. They have different the themes for every week. They run Renfest for, I don't know, 2 months or something like that. And, the one that we don't go every year, but the one that we like to go to is around Halloween because everyone's dressed up and everyone's there for a good time, right? And during October, it cools down a little bit. It's not 90 degrees outside. And that's when I'm willing to go to the Ren Festival because I don't like going out there when it's fucking 90, 95 degrees. No, man. No. It's balls hot. I don't want to go out there. But when it cools down, October time, let's go. I'll put on some costumes. I'll wear some fucking fairy wings. I don't give a shit, bro. I'll go, right? But I'm out there to have a good time. Let's go. And so we go out there. this time we actually went with another friend. Now, at this point, I was dating my wife. We were together. She decided to bring a friend, and I believe her name was Abby. And I've met her a few times. She was a cool chick. Really really nice, really sweet girl. Now at this point, I've known Abby for I don't know, maybe 5 years or so. At the time, she was a registered nurse and she did not have any downtime. Like she was working hard, those long ass 12-hour shifts. And, she was beat. She was tired. We hardly got to see her for like a year, give or take. And then I don't remember why or how, but she decided to go come out to the Renfaire with us. So she took the day off and we went out. We're out there, we're eating, we're shopping, and I'm buying beer. Okay. They had a beer, like a bar or something. Oktoberfest. Yeah, it was Oktoberfest. And, it was like a German theme. And they had the bar, it was all German theme, and they had all the beers up. And so we went out there and I bought a beer and I got her a beer. And my date wasn't drinking too much. She doesn't drink a lot of beer, and they don't have a lot of mixed drinks out there. So she had to be the sober one. That's fine. Somebody has to drive home. So I'm buying us beer for me and Abby. And let me just say, Abby was a tiny girl. Okay. She was tiny. She's borderline hobbit. Okay. She's tiny. And and she was slim. She was a small girl, very small frame girl. And my dumbass decided to get this girl, white girl, wasted because she never goes out. We hardly ever got to see her, and she hardly ever got to go out. And she wanted to have a good time. So, yeah. So I decided, yeah, we're gonna have some drinks, girl. We're gonna have fun. We're drinking. So we have our beer, pound it. We get another beer. We're walking. We get another beer. We're walking. We're buying. We're eating. We'll get another beer. That was basically the gist of it. We're walking around. We're having beers. I really don't know how many we've had. If I had to guess, maybe 8 beers in. I recall I felt the buzz for sure. But again, Abby was a small girl. My dumbass got this white girl, wasted. Okay. But somehow she was on her feet. She was walking around. We decided to take a break because she wanted to stay for fireworks, which, oh yeah, at the end of the Renfaire, they do fireworks, which is really cool. But anyways, she decided to buy a corset while we were there, and she poured it on over her costume, and she looked great. While we were there, we kept walking. She finds like this collar thing, and attached to the collar is a chain. And so she's decided that she wants to buy it, but only if my wife walks her around with the chain. My wife, no hesitation, get it. And so, and so Abby buys the collar. She puts it on and she gives the chain to my wife. She was not shy. She said, yoink, come here, bitch. Let's go. And she was carrying this chain uh, for half of that night. She was pulling that chain. And she was just pulling. She's like, all right, let's go. Doing letting her pull her. And yeah, that was fun. That was cool. That was hot. And when she was done with her break, had another beer. And that was the mistake. That last beer was the mistake because the sun was going down. Everybody was starting to gather at that little Coliseum area. We found some badass seats up front with a perfect view. We sat down. This girl she's bobbing. She's weaving. This girl is done. And at that point, I was like, oh, okay, no more beer. We're done. But I was too late because we sat in the front And we were talking, we were having a conversation, and she just threw up right there and then on the floor, right next to us. Luckily, there was sand on the floor. We covered it up as best we could, but she threw up all the beer, and the crowd. Oh! What could we do? It was done with. It was over. We covered it up as best we could, and she fell asleep. She knocked out right there on the bench. We were right there with her, and she missed the show. She missed a badass show. This dude with the fire, with the whip, he lights his whip on fire, and he's just chop, 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 fucking badass. And the knights, they do some javelin, and it was really cool. Well, anyways, this girl's done. She's knocked out. The night is over. I have to carry this girl to the car, so I have to, put her over my shoulder, and yeah, carrying her over all the way out to the car. I put her in the back seat, buckle her up, off we go. And we get her home. By the time we got to her place, she had woken up. My wife walked in with her to make sure she was good. And yeah, everything was gravy train. Yeah, she hasn't gone back to the Renfaire with us since then. That was that was quite a few years back. And that right there, when I'm drinking with Abby again, said, let's not get white girl wasted. She knows what I'm talking about. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I'm starting. As you can see, I'm starting to have a track record here, huh? Well, let's continue that trend. So here's another story for you. Um, Now this one was kind of my fault. Okay, kind of. So, like I mentioned before, Abby likes to go both ways, right? And she took us to a gay bar. I believe that bar is closed now. It was Crystal's, something like that. I've been there previously with other friends and with Abby, and it was a good time, good bar, good drinks, good music. And for one year for Halloween, we went out there. We went out to the gay bar with them, and my brother Josie, he was with us this year, this particular year. Josie was there with us. And I remember we go in, and you know what? Now that I think about it, I think this was the same bar where CK got hit on, the one where the other guy bought him a drink. And, and he's like, this is for my dance later. That story that CK told, I think it's the same bar. So, anyways, we took Josie there, and, we're hanging out, we're having drinks, we're having a good time. And then out of nowhere, Josie comes by. He just rushes me. It's like, dude, we need to go. We need to go now. What happened? What happened? Are you okay? Yeah, man. Yeah, we got to go. We got to go now. What's going on, man? What was it? What happened? Somebody grabbed my ass, man. I got to go. This fucked up, dude. I got to go. It's like, what? What? Somebody grabbed Josie's ass. I, I don't recall if somebody pinched it, somebody cupped it. I don't remember exactly what it was. I'm sure he does. He remembers it quite vividly. And he was pissed. He was mad. He doesn't know if it was a dude. He doesn't know if it was a chick. Because I guess when he turned around, there's so many people, and you know, but I think Josie, take the compliment, bro. So, somebody grab that ass. And yeah, just roll with it, man. Uh, but yeah, he never came out to a gay bar with us again. No, no, not that. I don't think so. He probably goes by himself, though. I'm sure he does. Josie, I think you should confirm this.
Yeah, baby, yeah!